Hello everyone, Genki here, and today we're going to try and beat Pokemon Shining Pearl with only Honchkrow. Thank you to Packmaster for requesting the challenge. Honchkrow is the evolution of Murkrow that was introduced in Gen 4. This is a similar situation to Misdreavus and Mismagius, and speaking of those two, Honchkrow also requires the Dust Stone. That means for 2 gyms, we'll be using Murkrow. Murkrow has a 4 and 5 base stat total. It is a mixed attacker, with 85 in both attack and special attack. Also, it's very fast, with 91 base speed, though it is on the frailer side with 60 base HP and 42 base defense and special defense. Honchkrow, on the other hand, is more clearly a physical attacker that can also do special attacks. For once in these challenges, we actually lose stat points as our speed drops by 20 points, making our speed rather average. We also only get a little less frail. We get 40 more points in HP, but then only 10 more points in defense and special defense. By level up as Murkrow, we get a lot of dark and flying moves. We also get Nightshade, which at that level is basically useless. As a Honchkrow, we get more dark moves, one of them being Nasty Plot. A special sense looking pretty interesting. By TM, we get a lot of status moves. This is probably thanks to Murkrow having Prankster, an ability that makes status moves have priority. We get more dark and flying moves, and some interesting type coverage moves, like Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Steel Wing. I am writing this post gameplay completion, but at the start of this challenge, I had no clue what kind of set I was going to use. Now, let's go over the rules. I can only use Murkrow and Honchkrow in battle. No items in battle, only held items outside of combat are allowed. Also, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's begin. We started the challenge at the Poke Center in Standard Town, where we trench-fed our Murkrow. I named her Blair. She's calm nature, so less attack, more special defense. That would be good if we decide to go for a special set. Her ability is Super Luck, so she has a higher chance of getting crits. Also, because of BDSP's disobedience system, I gave Blair an egg move. I gave her Assurance, in hopes it would make the Rock Gym easier. However, before the Rock Gym is our first rival battle. Starly was a 2 KO. Piplup though survived Assurance and Green Health, so I switched to Wing Attack, which got a crit, but Piplup still survived on a sliver. It went down the next turn. Now we can head to the Rock Gym. However, because we're doing a challenge with a flying type, we did some grinding. The best spot for this is above Orbo City, where we can take out Machops and Geodudes. Machops help boost the Pokemon's attack stat, while Geodudes help boost the Pokemon's defense stat. We battled Rourke at level 15, and Geodude's rollout had taken Blair to half health, but it was a 2 KO with Assurance. Onix survived Assurance with Green Health, while its Rock Throw took Blair to red health. Blair then decided to ignore us the next turn, so we went down. This took a while, but eventually, we'd gotten to a point where we could consistently take out Geodude. Trainer Pokemon give better experience than wild Pokemon, so to train, we were just blacking out the roar instead of resetting. At level 19, Geodude was still a 2 KO, but this time, we were still at 3/4 health when Onix came out. Assurance now took Onix to half health, and Blair did not disobey, so Onix was an easy 2 KO. Last is Kranos. Blair outsped, and Assurance took Kranos straight to red health. Kranos' headbutt then took Blair to a quarter. With Kranos at low health, Rourke used the potion. However, Blair decided to ignore us. 2 turns in a row. Thankfully, she survived Kranos' attack with red health, giving her the opportunity to hit Assurance the following turn, winning us our first badge. That means we can head north to Jubilife City, and into the Valley Wormworks to battle Commander Mars. Blair outsped Zubat, but ignored us, as Zubat went for U-turn, switching into Purugly. Purugly started with his priority fake out, but then the next turn, we landed Assurance, doing a little less than half of Purugly's health. Not only that, we landed Assurance the following turn, taking Purugly to red health, activating its Orange Berry. Purugly during this had been using Scratch, which had taken Blair to a third, but we landed our third Assurance in a row, taking out Purugly. all that was left was Zubat, who was a one-shot. Next up is Eterna City, where we have to face the second gym. Gardenia leads with Cherubi, who has super effective Dazzling Gleam. However, it was a one-shot with Gust, as was Turtwig. Against Roserade, Blair decided to go to sleep. That did block Roserade's stuns more though. It took 2 turns for Blair to wake up, but her wing attack took Roserade straight to a sliver, activating its Citrus Berry. Roserade during this had been using Petal Blizzard, which was resisted but still doing a lot of damage. 3 hits had taken Blair to below half health. Well, Blair decided to go back to ignoring us, and even got herself paralyzed, but with only 5 HP to spare, one more wing attack finished off Roserade. Blair will now listen to us until level 31. Our next stop is the Team Galactic building, but first I grabbed the Explorer kit, because in the Grand Underground, we can obtain the TM for Calm Mind. Now we can go face Commander Jupiter. We set up 2 Calm Minds against Zubat, as it went for weak Poison Fang and Immune Look. It was then a one-shot with Gust. Last is Skuntank. It survived Gust at half health, which activated its Citrus Berry. It then poisoned us with Poison Gas, but that didn't matter, because our next Gust got a crit, finishing off Skuntank. We can now access Cycling Road, and then Heart Home City, where all we have to do is battle Barry. Starly was a crit one-shot with no setup. We set up one Calm Mind against Purplup, who did some damage with Bubble Beam. Gust then only took Purplup to above half health, so I had Blair set up one more Calm Mind before finishing off Purplup. Ponyta was a 2 KO, but got in 2 hits thanks to Flame Charge's speed boost. Last is Roselia, who was a one-shot. Next up is Celestial Town, where just past the city is an NPC that will give us the TM for Roost. That might come in handy later, but for now, it's off the Veilstone City, and then the resort area. From there, we can explore the underground and pick up the Dust Stone. However, I didn't want to use it just yet, though I felt I had no choice. Blair was already level 30, and next is the Fighting Gym. We started by setting up Calm Minds, but then Meditite set up Light Screen. Its Drain Punch also did almost half of Blair's health. Meditite then survived Gust on a sliver. This allowed it to use Flash, lowering our accuracy before going down. The lowered accuracy immediately came into effect, because we missed Gust against Machoke, allowing it to use Low Sweep, taking Blair to only 8 HP, and lowering our speed. I decided to just reset there. We had to evolve Blair, but not only that. We needed a stronger special move than Gust, so I taught Blair Psychic. Against Maylene, we set up 2 Calm Minds against Meditite, who went for Bulk Up and Line Screen. It was a one-shot. Machoke was also a one-shot, but this brought Blair to level 31, back to disobedience range. And we still had Lucario to deal with. It was a crit one-shot. There is nothing to do in between the gyms, so it's straight to the water gym. Blair was a 3 KO from Gyarados' Ice Fang. Since Blair was already disobedient, I leveled her up, and I decided to replace Calm Mind with Nasty Plot. This way, we can get a +2 special attack each turn rather than +1. What I didn't expect was that it took until level 37 for us to get this attempt. We set up one Nasty Plot against Gyarados, as it, not surprisingly, went for Ice Fang. Blair then landed a Psychic, taking Gyarados to red health. This caused Wake to use a Super Potion, but it did heal Gyarados to full, and Blair landed a second Psychic in a row, finishing off Gyarados. Quagsire was a one-shot, so last is Floatzel. Floatzel went first to use Ice Fang, taking Blair to 8 HP, and freezing her, but she immediately thawed out and landed a Psychic, one-shotting Floatzel. We went 5 turns in a row without Blair disobeying. Thankfully now, Blair will always listen until level 51, which means we should be good for the rest of the run. When testing strategies against Wake, I replaced Assurance with Snarl. Well, now I went back. So I went and got a Heart Scale, but as I was looking at the moves, I noticed Night Slash. Night Slash has a higher crit chance, and Blair's ability Super Luck also increases crit chance. So I went with Night Slash instead. Now, to continue with the story, we have to battle Barry. Starly, again, was a crit one-shot. Purplup survived Night Slash with red health, and used Charm, lowering Blair's attack stat. It went down the next turn. Ponyta survived Night Slash with the third, but only went for Growl, lowering Blair's attack stat again. It went down to a crit. Last was Rosalia, who was a one-shot with Aerial Ace, which we picked up while looking for the Heart Scale. We now have to go to Celestic Town, but we skipped the team for Shadow Ball, since we already had a move that was super effective against Ghost. That means it's straight to the 5th gym. Drifloon was a one-shot. Gengar outsped and used Confuse Ray, but Blair never hit herself, and Night Slash took Gengar to a quarter, only surviving thanks to its Cobra Berry. Bettina then decided to heal Gengar, but Blair snapped out of Confusion, and Night Slash one-shot Gengar. Last is Magius, who also outsped and also used Confuse Ray. But Blair again never hit herself, and crit one-shot Miss Magius. Off to Canaleaf City, where we have another battle with Barry. We started by going for a nasty plot, as Stravia went for Double Team. We had Aerial Ace, so Double Team was not a problem. Stravia was a 2 KO though. Heracross was a one-shot with Aerial Ace. Ponyta was a one-shot with Psychic, but Purplup survived to red health. It did some damage with Brine, but went down the next turn. Last is Rosalia, who was still a one-shot. Time for the 6th gym. We set up 2 nasty plots against Bronzor, who set up Trick Room and Sandstorm. It then used Confuse Ray, and Blair did hit herself. However, as Bronzor went for a weak Flash Cannon, Blair landed her Night Slash, one-shotting Bronzor. Next is Steelix, and Trick Room was still in effect, so we took big damage from Thunderfang, as Psychic took Steelix to red health. Trick Room then ended, but Byron decided to use the Full Restore on Steelix. This did give us a free hit with Night Slash though, allowing us to finish off Steelix with another Psychic. Last is Bastiodon. It survived Psychic with green health, but thankfully missed its Stone Edge. We then got a crit with Night Slash, taking Bastiodon to red health. This activated its Citrus Berry. Bastiodon then missed its second Stone Edge, allowing Blair to finish it off with Psychic. That means it's time to investigate the lakes, and take on the 7th gym. Aerial Ace one-shots Nova. Mancham outsped, but it missed its Rock Slide. It was also a one-shot. Cecil was a crit one-shot, so last is Boundless Snow. It was a one-shot from a non-crit Aerial Ace. Time to infiltrate Team Galactic headquarters, where we have our first Cyrus battle. Murkrow survived Aerial Ace with the Sliver. It then just used the weak Nightshade, so it was an easy 2 KO despite Cyrus' Super Potion. Sneasel for some reason went for Home Claws twice, allowing us to take it out with 2 Aerial Aces. Last is Golbat. It was a one-shot with Psychic. Off the Mount Cornet, where we have to do a double battle against Mars and Jupiter with Barry. We first went for Night Slash into Mars' Bronzor, since it's the one that sets a Reflect. This hit up ugly. Through outsped, it took Barry's Munchlax to almost half health, but was a crit one-shot. Munchlax Thurnus had been attacking Jupiter's Bronzor, taking it to red health with Bite. Last on Mars' team is Golbat, who survived Psychic. Golbat and Bronzor then decided to double into Munchlax, who survived and finished off Bronzor. This sent out Skuntank, but I first had Blair take out Golbat. Now it's 2 versus 1. Skuntank decided to use a weak Flamethrower on Munchlax, as Munchlax went for Body Slam. Barry then switched out Munchlax for Ponyta. Blair's Aerial Ace took Skuntank to a quarter, activating its Citrus Berry, but then Skuntank went for Poison Gas, poisoning both Blair and Ponyta. Blair's next Aerial Ace left Skuntank on a Sliver, but then Ponyta decided to go for Growl, leaving it up to Blair to get the foul hit on Skuntank. Last is Jupiter's Golbat, who was a one-shot with Psychic. Time for our second Cyrus battle. Against Cyrus' own Honchkrow, we went for a nasty plot, as it went for Defog. It then survived Aerial Ace at half health, allowing it to use Air Cutter, which got a crit. It went down the next turn though. Next is Gyarados, so our attack is down from Intimidate. It survived Psychic with a quarter, and did big damage to Ice Fang before going down the next turn. Crobat got a Quick Claw activation, allowing it to set up Tailwind, but it was a one-shot with Psychic. Last is Weavile, who would have probably outsped without Tailwind. It used its own Aerial Ace, as ours only did a quarter. Its second Aerial Ace then took Blair to red health, as our second Aerial Ace got a high roll, taking Weavile to a quarter. Blair then survived Weevil's third air release with 1 HP to spare, giving her the opportunity to finish off Weevil. With the world now saved, it's off to the last gym. Volkner's Raichu outsped, and its Volt Switch did almost half of Blair's health as we went for Nasty Plot. The Volt Switch took out Ambipom, whose Fake Out took Blair to a third. This flinched Blair, but then the following turn, Ambipom again went first, and its double hit left Blair with 4 HP. Ambipom was a crit one-shot Night Slash, but we were easily taken out by Raichu. To beat Volkner, we needed more bulk, so along with grinding up some levels, I picked up the leftovers, and finally taught Blair Roost. Against Raichu, we selected to go for Night Slash, because Raichu will always outspeed and go for Volt Switch. This meant we could go for Night Slash into Ambipom, who was a one-shot. This sent back out Raichu, who again used Volt Switch. This time though, we went for Roost, healing Blair back to green health. We then went for a second Roost, as Octillery wasted its turn on Focus Energy. It was a one-shot Night Slash. After another round of Volt Switch and Roost, we're facing Volkner's Ace Luxray, who lowers our attack with Intimidate. However, here's the thing. Blair's Friendship was maxed out, or at least almost maxed. This meant our crit rate Night Slash was even higher, allowing it to take Luxray to a sliver, activating its Citrus Berry. This gave Luxray the opportunity to use Thunder Fang, taking Blair to half health, but it went down the next turn. Last is Raichu. It went for Volt Switch, even though it has better moves, but this allowed Blair to survive with red health, and one-shot Raichu with a crit Night Slash. We cannot enter the Pokemon League, but first is the battle with Barry. Staraptor is first, so our attack is now from Intimidate. A crit Night Slash though broke Staraptor's Focus Sash, as it went for a weak Pluck. Staraptor went down the next turn. Heracross was a one-shot with Aerial Ace. Rapidash did do some damage with Mega Horn, but was a one-shot with Night Slash. Empoleon got a Quick Claw activation, but it just went for Charm, lowering our attack even more. Night Slash took Empoleon down to a quarter. It went down the next turn. Snorlax survived Night Slash with the quarter, allowing it to use Yawn. It went down the next turn, leaving only Roserade. We fell asleep, but Roserade only used Shadow Ball instead of Grassy Terrain, before we could wake up and one-shot with Night Slash. Time for the Elite Four. Dustox was a one-shot with Aerial Ace. Heracross outsped and did a quarter with Rock Slide, but it was a one-shot. Beautifly was a one-shot, but then Vespiquen survived the quarter, activating its Citrus Berry. Its attack order took Blair to almost half health. It went down to one more hit, leaving only Drapion. The only move we could hit Drapion with was Aerial Ace, which only did a quarter. Drapion also outsped. It then got a crit with Cross Poison, so we had no chance of winning this attempt. We did some grinding along with picking up the Sky Plate, which was actually located right outside the Pokemon League. The Sky Plate would boost the power of Aerial Ace. At level 71, Vespiquen now survived Aerial Ace with a Sliver, and because we no longer had leftovers, attack order left us at below half health. I decided to use this time to heal with Roost, before taking out Vespiquen. Against Drapion, it still went first and got a crit with Cross Poison, taking Blair to a red health, while Aerial Ace now did a third. Blair then the following turn dodged Drapion's Cross Poison thanks to Friendship, allowing her to get off a Roost. Drapion's next Cross Poison, which was not a crit, took Blair to half health, as Aerial Ace took Drapion to red health. This meant Aaron was going to use a full restore, allowing us to get a free Roost. We then got a crit with Aerial Ace, taking Drapion straight to below half health. Drapion, however, got a crit of its own with Cross Poison, but our second Aerial Ace got a crit, finishing off Drapion. That was unexpectedly difficult. Makes me wonder how Birth is going to go. After a few more levels, at level 75, I replaced Roost with Nasty Plot. We went for 2 against Quagsire, who went for a weak Surf and Toxic, but the poison was negated by our Pecha Berry. Quagsire and Sudowoodo were both one-shots. Golem survived thanks to Sturdy, and its Stone Edge, which was not a crit, took Blair to a 5th. Bertha then used a full restore, but Golem still went down to 2 more Psychics. Wishcash was a one-shot Night Slash, so last is the Powder. It was a one-shot Psychic. Next is Flint. Rapidash went first, and used 2 Iron Tails and Hypnosis, which got negated by our Chistaberry, as we set up a full 3 Nasty Plots. We then dodged Rapidash's second Hypnosis, before finally taking it out with Psychic. Steelix and Lockbody were both one-shot with Psychic. Drifblim was a one-shot with Night Slash, so last is Infernape. It outsped to use Thunder Punch, taking Blair to a 5th and fully paralyzing her. This allowed to use the second Thunder Punch, which Blair survived thanks to Friendship. Air Release then broke Infernape's Focus Sash, so as Flint went for his full restore, we finished off Infernape. Last on the E4 is Lucian. His team was a one-shot sweep. Well, okay then. All that is left is Cynthia. Spiritomb was a 2K with Night Slash. My life survived Night Slash to great health, which allowed to use Ice Beam, which did a lot of damage. My Logic's Flame Orb then activated, activating its Marvel skill ability, raising its defense. My Logic also had Recover, so we didn't stand a chance. Since Spiritomb could not do that much damage, I had Blair set up a nasty plot before taking it out. We then got a crit with second against Milotic. I am sure without the crit, Milotic was a 2KO. This sent out Roserade, who outsped and finished off Blair with Dazzling Gleam. I decided it was finally time to get rid of Night Slash. Crits only did 2 times damage, while setting up 2 nasty plots made attacks do 4 times damage. I went to the move reminder and replaced Night Slash with Dark Pulse. Back to Cynthia. We set up a full 3 nasty plots against Spiritomb, who took Blair into half health as we were setting up. It was then a one-shot with Dark Pulse, as was Milotic. Against Roserade, our secret weapon, the Quick Claw activated, allowing us to one-shot Roserade without receiving any damage. Gastro was a one-shot with Dark Pulse, but then out came Lucario. Thankfully, our Quick Claw activated again, allowing us to take it out. Last is Garchomp. It outsped but went for Sword Stance, so we easily one-shot with Dark Pulse. We beat Pokemon Shining Pearl with only Honchkrow. Thank you to everyone who watched this video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe.